So what we have changed what foods we eat. We have changed when we eat and how we eat them. We have changed how we prepare the foods we eat. For example, like I cooked with margarine and canola oil for 20 years before I realized, oh, hang on a second. That's a fairly new fat. That is not how the people before us cooked. They did not have canola oil. Not awesome. Super inflammatory, in fact, and actually drives the inflammation in the body, which now drives the cholesterol numbers, which now drives the elevated blood pressure. Inflammation, super inflammatory fat. So we have changed how we prepare the foods we eat. That's one of them. Number 3, we outsource so much of the foods that we consume. So we've outsourced so much. We go to packaged foods. We get takeout on the way home. And I'm no stranger to this. I pick up a roast chicken from the grocery store once or twice a month because that is sanity saving. But yeah, we outsource so much of how our food is made. I'm not saying don't, but I'm saying, can we identify how often do you outsource the food to someone else? How is that food prepared? Is there some of this that we can bring back into your kitchen that we can help you develop easy skills that you're going to commit to being consistent with? That's how we get at this. Okay. It makes, when you outsource it, the person who's making it, is driven by profit. So when it's outsourced to somebody else, nobody will pay the true value of good, real food because you can't afford it. That's why, because food is one of the most expensive pieces of our economy. So therefore, when you outsource, they're using cheaper ingredients because they still need to make a profit because they too have bills to pay because the bank is breathing down their neck for their mortgage payments. Right. So they use more food-like ingredients. And when you use more of these food-like ingredients, they drive inflammation. When you add in these compounds they've made in a pharmacy or in a usine, what do you call that? In a factory-made compounds change the mouthfeel of something. So it's a happy experience for you to eat cheese slices. Do you know how many, and I love cheese slices, don't get me wrong. Do you know how many compounds and chemicals are in there that they've made in a lab that are food-like? Do you know that those compounds drive leaky gut, which drives inflammation in the body? When we outsource, we're increasing our inflammation in the body because of the poor quality of ingredients, because of the science behind it to make you keep buying their products. We've been hoodwinked. The way we grow our foods has also changed. So our agricultural practices have drastically changed. We use way more pesticides. We use glyphosate, in lots of our produce and products. Not everything has glyphosate, but some does. We've done some genetically modified stuff, and genetically modifying actually wipes out bacteria. What's in your gut? Your microbiome. What's your microbiome built of? Bacteria. What do GMO foods do? Wipe out bacteria. I'll give you a second while you put that together. When you have an imbalance of bacteria in the gut, what's happening now? What does that fan? Inflammation. Oh, hi. Yeah. So how this all translates. So, these are sort of broad strokes. How this translates is now we have lower nutrients available in the foods we're eating. So, for example, I'm going to give you this example. We learned this in school when I went to nutrition school. So, for example, your grandmother. So my grandmother would have been, she passed away in the 80s. My other grandmother passed away in 1970. So they would have been around for sure, living in the 50s, 60s, 70s, right? When they needed vitamin C, they would eat one orange. One orange would give them their vitamin C for the day. We all know citrus is good vitamin C, right? So my grandmothers would be able to eat one orange, and that would give them their vitamin C for the day. Fast forward to 2015, 14, when I was in school. Do you know how many oranges you needed to eat to get the same amount of vitamin C? 8. Because of how we've changed our agricultural practices, because we've changed how we pick foods, how we transport it, how we harvest, all of those pieces, it now changes the nutrient content in the end product. So in order to get the same amount of vitamin C that my grandmother had, I have to sit there and eat 8 oranges every day. Who is eating 8 oranges? I'm not. My mouth puckers at the thought of it, and I already have sores in my mouth from that much acid. No, I don't need that in my life. Yeah. So this gives you an example, and it's not just vitamin C, all of the other nutrients. Why do we eat food? What does food give you? It gives you the nutrients you need for the recipes your body has that does things. And your recipes in the body have to follow very specific instructions. What are the ingredients for those recipes? They're from the foods you eat. So are you even getting the amount of vitamin C you need? Never mind all the other nutrients because of how we've changed our agricultural practices. Yeah.